All right, guys, so we got to talk about Abercrombie and Fitch, okay, who has come under fire for promoting obesity in an ad that, quite frankly, is embarrassing, okay? And it's a sign of the cuckoo for Cocoa Puff times that we are living in which we are promoting a bunch of unhealthy behaviors to society and trying to glamorize those behaviors as not only healthy, but beautiful, right? This is beautiful. This is what we should be doing. This is what we should be promoting. Meanwhile, all the good behaviors, let's not promote those to society, okay? We're not gonna promote those things, right? And you have Abercrombie and Fitch here who tried to get away with promoting obesity, right? Trying to normalize obesity because for whatever reason, these companies see this as profitable. Actually, I do understand why, especially as a clothing company, as this country is an obese country, right? America is probably the fattest place on earth. So I kind of get and understand why some of these companies would be trying to promote plus size clothing because most of their customers are probably fat, right? So I definitely understand a company that is trying to make products that appeal and fit their customer base. I get it. But at the same time, I kind of see this body positivity / fat acceptance movement in the fashion industry the same way that I see the tobacco industry and what they used to do back in the day when they used to advertise smoking as a healthy behavior, right? You guys remember back in the day, there was ads from these tobacco companies that heavily implied that smoking was healthy, okay? And they used to run these ads until the science became overwhelming that smoking is in fact not healthy, okay? That it caused all types of, diseases and problems, and they don't do that anymore. I don't even think it's legal to do that anymore, okay? And again, I see what is going on in the fashion industry as equivalent to what happened in the tobacco industry in the sense that they're pushing a behavior that is just objectively not healthy, okay? And they're trying to glamorize it as if it's something that society should be promoting, okay? When the reality is that we should be doing the exact opposite of that because fat shaming works, right? I am a promoter of fat shaming, okay? People should be fat shamed. Elon Musk, who's a billionaire, okay, he got fat shamed into saying that, look, I'm gonna lose 20 pounds, or that he lost 20 pounds by embracing fasting. Now, why did this happen? Well, I'm pretty sure it happened when Elon Musk set the internet on fire with photos of him out at, I don't know, out in the Mediterranean or something, right, on a yacht, okay, and his shirt was off and the dude looks obese, okay, and the internet roasted him up for it. Right? And he probably saw that because he loves being on Twitter and he was like, wow, I'm actually fat. Like, I need to lose some weight. And lo and behold, that is what he does. Okay? You can't be soft on people like this, bruh. You got to be straight up with people. And see, that's the problem. People don't like fat shaming because it's the truth. People don't like to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the reality. They want to be talked to in a way that's soft. Oh, well, you're not fat. You're just a little plus size. No. You obese. You need to lose some weight, and if you don't, you may die an early death, And if you tell it to people like that, they'll get it, right? They'll understand. Now, if they still don't change their behaviors, that's on them. But you don't need to be soft on people. There's some behaviors in society that we should not be promoting for a reason, okay? Obesity has a significant cost and tax burden on society. Again, these same people who lecture us about health during the pandemic, when it came to get the vaccine, do this, do that. These same people are obese, morbidly obese, walking around costing society money because they want to overeat, right? Because they don't want to control their appetites. They don't want to exercise. Nobody's saying that you got to be skinny. Nobody's saying you got to look like a model, but you need to be normal size, right? Society shouldn't be having to accommodate you because of your size. And what's funny is that we'll see some of these obese leftists say that, hey, we need universal health care. We need the government to pay for everybody's health care. And as a way to back up their claim, their argument, they say, well, the military has socialized medicine. Okay, the government pays for military and their health care and stuff like that. Why can't they do it for the rest of society? Well, see, the difference between the military, right, and the rest of society is that in the military, they require people to be in shape. They're not accruing medical costs and expenses because people are out of shape, because people have health problems due to their weight. That's not happening in the military because you got to be in shape, right? So if you want socialized medicine, then you must also accept that the government should be able to tell you that, hey, you need to be a certain size, right? That you don't need to be obese. Okay? I'm not going to accept any arguments for socialized medicine unless you also want to add in the government requiring you to be a certain weight. Because if the government's not requiring you to be a certain size, it's not going to work. It's not sustainable. We can't afford it. We can't afford universal health care because everybody wants to be fat. You can't say, I want to be fat, right, and promote body positivity and fat acceptance at the same time say we need universal health care. That don't work. That don't work, bruh. You can't have it that way. Because in Europe, the place where, a lot of these leftists cite to say, oh, well, look, it works in Europe. They have socialized medicine. Well, again, if you ever been to Europe, you would notice that people in Europe are not obese, right? A vast majority of people in Europe are not walking around obese like they are in America, okay? In Europe, the people there are normal size, okay? They tend to be on the smaller side. So again, the cost of healthcare over there is a lot lower because you don't have people going to the hospital because they're obese and they're overweight, right? You don't have as much as that, which brings the cost down for everybody. Again, universal healthcare and obesity don't go together. You can't have both, okay? You can't have an obese society and universal healthcare, okay? You shouldn't be a burden on the healthcare system because of your size, because of your weight, right? It's really that simple, okay? So with that being said, I want to talk about this outrage that Abercrombie and Fitch got over this, causing them to delete this tweet, which again is a good thing. It's a good thing. But before I get into that, I just want to let you guys know, if you like my channel, you support my channel, you can check out my merch, my donkeypox shirts, the disease that is infecting America, or my hashtag no days off / hard work t-shirts, or my MAGA Hub shirts. I have plenty of merch available at my website, gforemanbcp.com. Get 20% off using discount code gforemanbcp. So without further ado, let's read about this. A consumer-generated image of a plus-size woman posted to Abercrombie and Fitch's social media account ignited a debate on whether the retail company was normalizing obesity and unhealthy eating habits in the name of body diversity and inclusion. Body diversity and inclusion. Wow. The image was initially posted last week on the company's official Instagram account and went viral over the weekend, with Twitter commenters offering overwhelmingly negative reactions. Quote, new Abercrombie and Fitch ad just dropped this season. They are featuring diabetes and heart attacks, tweeted Natalie Danielson. Quote, she has a pretty face. Too bad society told her not only was it healthy to look like this, but it was also brave and empowering, wrote another Twitter user. The company said the image was not an ad. No, it's definitely an ad, bruh. If it's not an ad, what is it? What is it? Abercrombie is often tagged by our customers on social media, and we love to celebrate them by reposting their images to our channels. A company spokesperson told the Post on Monday, this is one of those occasions. Well, that was still making an ad. I mean, you reposted it to your social media account and you are rewarding this behavior, right? So an obese person goes out and buys your clothes. They tag you in the photo, okay? And then you go and you retweet or repost that photo. What do you think you're doing? You're basically promoting this behavior. You're saying, oh, this is great. You bought our clothes. The clothes are, barely holding on for dear life here. This button is a hero, okay? This might be the strongest button in the world. I'm just saying, retweeting that, reposting it is essentially saying that this is okay, right? We're totally fine with this. Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think this is the type of stuff we should be promoting, right? That's just me. That's just me. Some Twitter users defended the posting, with the one commenting, quote, making clothes for people who are obese is a bad thing now. Quote, no, responded one Twitter user, but selling obesity as sexy and attractive is counterproductive to the medical advisor, selling obesity as extremely unhealthy. Look, here's the thing. You know what I find to be funny about the whole making clothes for people who are obese thing? Well, some of these people, right, at least, these COVID doctors on CNN basically said, look, if we want people to get vaccinated, we need to make it as hard as possible for them to live life unvaccinated, right? Which basically means alienating them from society. But when it comes to obesity and saying that, hey, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't make clothes for people who are too big, right? When you get up into 4XL, 5XL. Maybe we should make those clothes because maybe that would encourage people to lose some weight. Oh, no, you can't do that, right? That's out of bounds. You can't do that. You got to be inclusive of everybody. But when it came to the COVID vaccine, though, no, you can't be inclusive of everybody because you need to make their lives as hard as possible. But don't make life hard for people who are obese, who also are a strain on the healthcare system, who are a strain on society in general. Quote, and if it's not healthy, why don't McDonald's, KFC, etc. use obese people in ads? Probably because it's not attractive enough to be associated with the food. Yeah. So they also posted this ad right here. Okay. A little roundup here. So they're promoting this woman who, again, this one's not as bad. You know, obviously she's not a super skinny model, but at least she's getting into the range of normal size. She should probably lose a little bit more weight, but she's in the range of normal size. We all know what's going on here. This one right here, again, not too bad, in the range of normal size. And this one right here, not too bad, okay? In the range of normal size, okay? Except, you know, some of these pictures, they can have some other stuff going on here. You just never know with some of these woke companies, you know, if the women they're advertising are actually really women. But I'm just saying, you know, I don't see any problem with this. But this right here is in a whole nother ballpark. You know what I'm saying? Fashion retailers such as Abercrombie and Victoria's Secret have sought to appeal to a mass audience by ensuring advertising campaigns that have traditionally and exclusively featured thin models in favor of promotional content that touts body diversity and body positivity. The use of skinny models by the fashion industry sparked accusations that it was encouraging young girls and women to adopt unhealthy eating habits in pursuit of an unrealistic body type. But critics now say the industry is swinging too far in the other direction by featuring plus size models. All right, so they're saying that featuring models like this is unrealistic. To me, I don't believe that. I think this is totally a normal standard that should be promoted to men. You should promote and encourage men to look like this, right? We should be doing that because this is totally achievable. This is not something that a man can achieve, right? If you work hard, you have a good diet, this is a healthy looking body. These people aren't, you know, anorexic, skin thin. They are normal looking guys. What is wrong with promoting men who look like this? I don't see anything wrong with that at all. Or women that look like this, which is from a Abercrombie and Fitch ad on their Instagram. Okay? What's wrong with promoting women look like this? Nothing whatsoever. Totally attainable for the average woman, right? With the proper diet and exercise, totally attainable. What is wrong with that? I don't see anything wrong with it. I don't see anything wrong with promoting, you know, normal size people. What's wrong with that? And that's not to say people on a bigger side shouldn't, you know, get some some love. And, you know, big girls need love too. Like this, you know, hey, this one's okay. You know, this model right here is overweight, you know, probably getting into the edge of obesity, but not, you know, not super big. Okay, I kind of get it. I kind of understand. Whatever, right? I'm not going to make too much of an issue out of this one, right? But it's a difference between that and this right here, right? Those are two different things, okay? When we start to get into this extreme realm right here, there's a problem. There's a problem. But again, as we saw here, guys, Abercrombie and Fitch decided to delete the post because of the backlash, and that's exactly what's supposed to happen. Because we shouldn't be rewarding fashion and clothing companies who are promoting this type of unhealthy behavior on society the same way that we shouldn't be rewarding tobacco companies who promote smoking as healthy. It's the same exact thing in my opinion. There's a reason why we stigmatize certain behaviors and certain looks and certain things in society. There's a reason why it's not normalized. It's because it's not healthy. It's not good for society. And in a society that's grounded in rationality, okay, in common sense, in reality, is going to stigmatize and shame certain behaviors because they're not good for society overall. That makes sense, right? That makes sense. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.